Okay, here we are. This is my new little project. So this Ibanez 12 strings, I picked it up last night at Facebook Marketplace for like 65 bucks, and there's some things I'm missing. I believe this is 93. It's somewhat probably early 90s, and it made in Korea, and it's at this moment it's unplayable, at this point, and there's a few tuning machines I'm missing. It looks like they've been using as like mandolin or mandocello, they told me. But anyway, it'll be a fun little project. It looks kind of ugly because someone tried to paint this top. It looks horrible, there was some kind of red paint. I just might kind of sand it out and buff it slightly. Maybe put some stain on, just refresh. Anyway, so it would be very interesting, and at this moment it's unplayable, and actually a little bit too high. Might adjust the truss rod. I'm not sure truss rod even working, but it's right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the wood is beautiful. Actually, let me turn it over. Pretty nice, pretty nice grain. It looks like the sides and bottom is mahogany, and it looks like a solid mahogany. Pretty light, very boomy sound, and I'm not sure what the top is. Is it spruce or it's definitely not mahogany? It might be like a spruce top. I'm not so sure. I need to do more research about it. But anyway, I wanted cheap 12 strings for a while, and I didn't want to pay more than 100 bucks because this is one of those guitars you would probably hardly ever use, only for like certain songs, but I love the sound of them, and this might fit the bill. And I'll do more videos as my restoration goes on. It's not really restoration. I think it needs to be like just cleaned up and new packs installed, the tuning machines. I would have to order from Amazon, or like Sweetwater. The bridge pins are missing too, have to get those. Otherwise it's solid. It's a very solid guitar. Looks like it's well built. Okay. We'll see you guys soon again. Got the fretboard in a great shape, and the frets are, there is a slightly, there's little divots, but it's not bad. I don't think it will affect the playability. I didn't notice last night, but it has like a binding here. It's like a black binding on the sides. It's hard to see it, but otherwise the fretboard is fairly clean. And it's definitely rosewood. Yeah. So the sound hole is even some paint has got inside in here. I don't know if you can see it. It's some pink or red paint. That was, someone did a horrible job, probably spray painted. But there's a lot of debris and dust inside. I have to vacuum it inside, and it needs a lot of cleaning. So what else? Yeah, those actually, it's too bad those four are missing, because they actually seems to work just fine, but I have to get a new set. That's probably gonna be my biggest expense. So anyway, the top is almost flat. There's a little bulge in it, so I don't know. Because the tension was so high, they put like, I don't know. This strings are huge. I'm not sure what the gauge is at. It's like 60 or something, and it probably they were pulling in. They're all like wound strings. They probably were pulling way too much, so it needs to be kind of like rested. And I put humidifier on here and let it sit for a while, and because it was super dry. You know, it's probably been sitting in the closet. Okay, so let's start cleaning it up. And beautiful mahogany though, so I love the bottom and the sides, and we'll try to do something with this top. Okay, guys. All right, I kind of sand it down very lightly, because what I'm using is this 3M 320. It's kind of like not super abrasive, and I don't want to take too much of just this ugly red color. Yeah, I think I just put like a nice kind of a stain coat, and I don't look like brand new. So it's pretty much, you know, later I'll clean up the sound hole, what's inside, and just backs will be the same. It's in a great shape. There's a few scratches which I like. I don't know, there's some visible scratches here. Otherwise in a great shape, and I just can't wait to get those, you know, the parts I ordered, the bridge pins and tuning heads, and it's pretty nice spring day right now. Not so cold, not so hot, and I don't want to sand it inside the house, so it's kind of like very fine dust. And anyway, so I'm gonna blow it off, and it's pretty soon I'm gonna put the stain on. That's kind of a stage 2, guys. Okay. All right. Next step is put some stain on. As you can see, I actually just put the second layer. It was a little too light to me. I thought it would be kind of like an old worn-out guitar, so that's the whole idea. Not make it like a brand new. It's still dry, and it's gonna be flat finish. So I think I'm gonna be just a satin. It's not gonna be any gloss or anything. So I just might put like a satin finish mini wax on the top of this, or just kind of buff it with a wax, and well, looks kind of cool, not bad. It looks like an old guitar now, so it's better than it was. It was crazy red color, if you guys remember. I put this mini wax gel stain. I think this one is a honey color, semi-transparent, and I put just a little teaspoon of actually less than a teaspoon, just a few drops of this same mini wax, and it's English chestnut, so it's a much darker. I just want a little darker because this honey was way too light. I did like a sample on on just a piece of wood. Okay, and we'll see later. We're gonna be just do some, let it dry for like 24 hours and do some finishes touches, and waiting for those tuner machines to arrive in a couple of days, and those pins and strings I ordered too, like extra light. I think Ernie Ball light. Okay. So what these old tuners are, the holes, they're not lining up, they're mismatched because they're slightly by a couple millimeters off. And the old holes I decided to cover up with toothpick, and it's gonna be just like that. I can put some kind of like a, like stain on it, the dark stain, so they're not gonna be visible. Another one, I just stick these toothpicks, the wooden toothpicks, and with a little, glue, and after probably like a half an hour, I will cut them off, and it'll be just like this. It's nobody will even notice. You can leave the holes in, what the heck. So it's not really that critical. All right. Okay, this is it, guys. Finally, it's all done, and I'm pretty pleased with my. It's turned out to be pretty beautiful, and the sound is good. I can play a little bit. So let me just a little closer. So it's been a fun little project, but here's what it looks like now. And I kind of wanted to make kind of like older looking, and I didn't want to polish it up. This is just pretty much just a stain, and I just buffed it up, and as you can see previously in this video, so this is built like a tank. Like I said, this is Korean made, probably more than 20 years old, 2004. If you have a chance to, pick it up somewhere used, that's fantastic. I don't really care about looks. There's differences in this, tuning packs. The new ones is larger, as you can see. There's a little slight difference, but that's all right. So again, this is a PF 512 model, I believe, so made in Korea. Let me play a little bit. Different pick here. Sounds really nice, It's a beautiful acoustics. It's just all I've done is just cleaned up a little, sanded this back, and I'll show you the back. It's still pretty much the same the way I bought it, and so I forgot, was it $70 on Facebook Marketplace? There's a few scratches, and like I said, someone painted. The whole thing was painted with like red spray, which was kind of crazy. As you can see the inside, there was like red, paint. So anyway, I don't care because it sounds fantastic. It actually kind of looked beaten up, and I kind of like older instruments. Looks great, and so this is all. This is my little project. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, the strap. It's kind of weird in this position here on the heel of this neck, the button strap. But I normally play just on my lap, so I don't really use the strap. But that's kind of a a little weird placement. Maybe it is typical, I have no clue. I never owned like 12 strings. Oh, by the way, and this pickup, it does work actually. So there's a pickup here in the bridge. So it's not like acoustic like microphone here. It's just a kind of like a strip, like a metal strip or kind of magnetic strip on the bridge. And I plug it in, and it does work. It actually sounds pretty very kind of metallic sound. So I can plug it in. Maybe I'll do this separately. We can plug it in into my Spark amp. So anyway, there's not too many. The reason I started, there's not too many. I did some search on YouTube. There's not too many of these guitars actually reviewed. I don't know. So I decided to put it up there and see if someone actually interested to to get some, used one like this, and the pickguard is missing too. So there is still kind of a footprint of the pickguard left here, even though I sent it, but you can see the shape or outline of a pickguard, but I don't really want it because it sounds probably better like a pure wood. Alright, thanks for watching, and please put some likes and comments or questions if you want so, and see you guys next.